talk about what led you to think about the triggers and a few that you want to explore with us today.
Well, what led me to think about them, I was trying to figure out when I was thinking about how you do this and what you have the practical behaviors. And I was thinking, well, what holds people back? So I realized that there's certain things that do hold people back. Their perceptions around difference, their ability to feel triggered. It's a very diverse workplace. And I think that makes us in some ways more sensitive. So that ability, that kind of gets in our way. So I was thinking, how do I describe this stumbling block? Seems like a dull term. And then, I was going through my books upstairs, and then I saw Marshall Goldsmith's triggers, and I thought, okay, great. Glad to rip this phrase off. I thought it was really existed. So I call them triggers, and I think it really works because the idea is, let me give an example so we're not being abstract here. And this is a surprising one often to people. Visibility is a big trigger often. Like, oh, that person's always sucking up air. Why does he have to always put in his 2 cents? Ooh, he's sucking, he's courting these big shots. And, I'm a wonderful person who's just sitting here being quiet and hoping to be recognized. Okay, that's a common trigger. Somebody who's very, oh, he's a showboat, that kind of stuff. He's speaking up. On the other hand, not speaking up is a trigger. And I've seen people get triggered by that. Oh, yeah, well, they never contribute at the meetings. They're just sitting there quietly, like a bump on the log. So these things, we may not realize that these things trigger other people. So we want an awareness of that so we can understand how we can address it, how we can deal with it without smothering who we are and how we want to contribute.